I started taking Adderall about a month ago. And I have consistently reported that I don't feel that different. Like my brain's still firing on all cylinders. I'm still going 100 miles per minute. Like I don't feel different. I'm going to share with you a video of me medicated and unmedicated 24 hours apart because up until recently, I did not know that the people around me were experiencing a different version of me. I was clueless to this. And 3 weeks into taking the medicine, I told my husband, like, ain't no point in me taking a stimulant if it ain't gonna make no big difference. Like, I'm gonna just stop. Like, no point in putting it into my body. And he was like, hold on. Like, you don't recognize how pleasant you've been in the mornings? And I'm like, no, like I'm the same. And he's like, no. You're completely different in our home in the morning. Up until that point, I did not know that. Fast forward to this past Friday, and I ran out. And I'm like, cool, no problem. I mean, I knew I was running out, but I got ADHD. I just procrastinated. I said, no problem. Saturday, I'll go pick it up. Couldn't pick it up. Issue with the pharmacy. I could not pick it up until Monday after work. So I'm going to show you Tuesday morning when I was still unmedicated, and Wednesday morning when I was. I want to reiterate that I did not know that it was this stark of a difference. And for a long time, I said, I've been this way my whole life. I've made it. I'm successful. I don't need any medication. And had I known that this version of me was showing up, I would have made a choice sooner. But I didn't know. So I'm going to share it, and yeah.
Come brush your teeth. You're right. Come brush your teeth and wash your face. Come brush your teeth and wash your face. Here. Here. Here.
Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning. So, woke up the next morning. Jack woke the next morning. Jack woke.
That's what did it. Yeah, he did it by himself. He's independent. Yeah, he got himself. Are you proud of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Myself? Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You got yourself dressed all by yourself this morning. You're a big kid, man. Alright, here's your pair of socks. There you go. Uncle did it. Yeah, he got himself. Jesse's independent. Yeah, he did it all by himself. Jesse's independent. Yeah, he did it by himself.
Where's my other sock, Mom?
Where's my other son? I lost my son. There it is. There it is. Oh, we got ourselves dressed, but what's next?
Put your pajamas on the bed.
Put your pajamas on the bed. You got it covered. No one's okay. I'm coming in 3, 2, 1. I can see that you are not focused. I need you to take a deep breath so you can follow directions. I want you to get undressed.
Yes.
Go. No, that's not what I said. Get undressed, put your clothes in the hamper.
I'm going to have a sleepover with my sleeping bag.
I want to reiterate one more time that I did not know that I was showing up differently. And it is extremely hard to watch those videos of myself because to think that that's been his experience with me is really hard to watch. And I do wish that my brain just worked differently and I could just do something different, but that's not how my brain works. And if it means that the people closest to me, the people I love most in this world, my husband, my son, my family, my friends, get a different version of me that shows up, then I'm just going to take the medicine and I'm not going to fight it because they deserve the very best. And I love them too much to give them anything less. Hope this helps.
Hi everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. It is Cheese and I'm really so happy seeing you guys. Welcome back again. Okay, I hope you guys are doing great. So today guys, we are diving into a conversation that has been getting a lot of people talking about the ADHD, yeah, ADHD medication and the stimulation. So this topic has really been all over the internet lately, and especially with more people opening up about their diagnosis and their experience with treatment. So before we get into it guys, let me know down in the comment section, have you guys ever been professionally diagnosed with ADHD or any related condition, and do you guys take medication, and how do you guys feel about the medicating the virus and not yeah, just share your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, so just share, because I believe that some people might also want to learn from this, because this is a very very sensitive topic, but it is also an important one. So recently guys, there was this particular woman that went viral for sharing her ADHD story, and she said that she has been diagnosed but hadn't taken her medication consistently, and even when she did, she felt like nothing was changing, no difference, no improvement. But her husband noticed something, and he told her that no, that you have changed and you are more present and you are more focused. And she did not even believe this until she happened to watch yeah, some footage of videos from her son's room, and the video showed her on a medication day versus non-medication medication day, and the differences was unbelievable. So her behavior, the way she interacts, her focus, like it was all noticeable, and there was a lot of difference. And she shared her experience with more women and started coming forward with similar stories and talking about how the ADHD medication affected them and what they notice or don't notice about, and how she around them. So guys, so what do you guys think about this video? Because I know this is a very very important update, and just share your thoughts under the comment section. Okay, so and let's go check other clips which other people reacted to this particular video, and I'll come back to talk more about this. So let's get right into it.
I have clinically diagnosed unmedicated ADHD, and it makes me hyperfixate on things to the point of my own detriment. One day in the fall of 2021, from 8 p.m. one night to 8 a.m. the other night, I hyperfixated on drumming, you know, the instrument. So for those 12 hours, I was watching drumming videos, drumming tutorials, drumming covers on YouTube for those 12 hours straight. The second I saw that it was 8 a.m. that morning, I got up, brushed my teeth, took a shower, and then I waited until 9 a.m. for the Guitar Center to open. I called the Guitar Center and asked if they had this very specific drum kit that I wanted. It was over $1,000, but they had a used one for $800. I said, thank you very much, I'll take it. I drove myself to the Guitar Center, paid that $800 for the used drum kit, and drove back home. And then I asked my sister to help me set it up. Now, this was a fancy drum kit, and unfortunately, because it was used, it did not come with the pamphlet on how to set it up, and I tried to look it up online. It wasn't working. So that day that I got home, it was never actually set up. And surely, at least you eventually figured out how to set it up. Well, the drum sat in that box from the fall of 2020 until the summer of 2021, when I moved from the suburbs of Chicago to California, where I live now, to go to law school. My mom shipped the box of the drums to my apartment, and it sat in that box once again until the summer of 2022, where I was like, you know what, this is stupid. I took the box to a Goodwill and I donated it. I said, you guys can have this. It's a very nice drum kit. Then that same day, I went back to Guitar Center and I got a new set of drums, except this time I got a $500 set. So I was like, let me be a little conservative. I took that $500 set home, and it once again sat in the box until October of 2022, when I moved into my current apartment that you see here right now. The guy I hired from Thumbtack set up my kitchen island right there, and then I had him also set up the drum set. I said, this is perfect, 2 birds, 1 stone. He set up the drum kit, and I was so excited. I was like, finally, I'm gonna become the drum god of my dreams. So I watched one YouTube video, started doing a little prat-tat for 1 hour. And then I said, this is enough, and then I haven't touched the drum kit since. So that was what, 2 years ago? We're in 2024, this was back in 2022. Do you wanna see what I use the drum kit for now? I use the drum kit as a desk for when I do my makeup and photo shoot videos. Yep, that's right. Anyway, this is a salad from Portillo's. Delicious.
I've been wanting to talk about this because getting on Vyvanse literally made me understand how and why some people are so mean and judgmental. Because I had my follow-up with my prescriber yesterday, and I was telling her, like, I understand now that if this is just the normal human experience, like me on Vyvanse, if that's how most people just wake up every day and go about their day, no wonder they think that people like me are just lazy. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't imagine waking up the way it feels to be me on Vyvanse just every day of your life, and that's just how your brain normally runs. Like, the difference is so profound. It's so insane that I genuinely I'm not excusing this at all. Don't do this. Don't be a piece of shit. But, like, I genuinely understand how people who have just lived their whole lives like that can't fathom what it's like to not be like that. And it's such a profound difference that I understand how people who are just like that naturally can think that other people must be being lazy when they have ADHD. When I had my follow-up yesterday with my prescriber, she does about 2 or 3 times a year those little anxiety and depression assessments, so she can, like, track my progress, where it's like, in the past 2 weeks, how often have you been really anxious or felt like you had a hard time getting out of bed, and, you know, all of those things. For the first time ever in my life, I have taken those so many times over the years, I was picking not at all for everything. I think there were 2 things through both assessments, which were like 10 plus questions each, where I picked a few times in the last 2 weeks. I've experienced that. For everything else, I was picking not at all in the last 2 weeks, which I can't convey to you how insane that is for me. And when we were talking about this in our follow-up, it was virtual, and she was like, I wish that you were here so I could flip my screen around and show you the graph of your scores and how insanely much you've improved literally in the past few months since starting Vyvanse. Like, that is how profound of an impact it has had on me and on my anxiety and depression. Even though it's just an ADHD medication, it has made me... Somebody asked me in the comments of that video, did I lose my spark when I got an ADHD medication? I didn't. I got my spark back. I wake up every morning happy and excited to be alive now. My only regret about this entire experience is that I was too hesitant to do any of it sooner. I waited a really, really long time to get diagnosed because I thought I was going to have a whole neuropsych eval that was going to cost like $500. That isn't true. I got diagnosed for a $30 copay. It can happen. And then even after I got diagnosed, I spent 2 years on Strattera because I was too scared to start stimulants. I let the social stigma of stimulants get to me, and I didn't do it for like 2 years. And now I've been on Vyvanse for like just over 2 months. I just started my 3rd bottle, and just, it is night and day with my mental health, with my zest for life, with my anxiety and depression scores, my ability to just get up and do stuff. If you have been on the fence, I really, really, really hope that this is the confirmation anyone needs to get you over that fence. It is so, so worth it. So, so, so worth it. I feel like not even that I have my life back. I have a life that I looked around and saw other people having and thought that I would never be able to have. So it is worth it. It is so, so incredibly worth it. You do not have to suffer. Nobody deserves to have to raw dog life. Go out there and get your medication, babes. You all deserve it.
So I am a Black woman with ADHD, and I struggle with the idea that I have to take medication just to function. Let's talk about it. So I was diagnosed with ADHD in 2019. I was prescribed a very small dose of Adderall. We're talking about a 10 milligram extended release Adderall pill that I was given. And honestly, it really changed my life for the better. I was able to get things done. I was able to actually go throughout the day. Like, I got to 5 o'clock and I was like, oh, y'all still be having energy? Like, who knew? But along with that, because my ADHD symptoms had been quieted, I then began to realize that something else was a little off. And so did my doctor, who then had me evaluated for autism, and I found out that, well, I'm autistic. So I have gone back and forth on the idea of medication. Initially, I had a therapist who was a Black woman who had a son with ADHD who was adamantly against pharmaceutical medication. We tried some holistic methods, and those holistic methods wholly did not work for anybody. And maybe not anybody, but they really did not work for me. I have tried lion's mane, I've tried other different herbs and supplements, and some of them are very, very helpful, but they still are not as impactful as the pharmaceutical drugs that I struggle to take. Now, the top reason that I struggle with my ADHD medication is going to be internalized ableism. So it is the idea that I have been told my whole life that no matter what's going on inside of my brain, that there is going to be an expectation that I need to perform by any means necessary. Not only that, but as a Black woman and a Black person, we are always taught to ignore our emotions and focus on getting things done. Because, these bills ain't going to pay themselves. And even though I actively try to work against the idea that we have to be workhorses and work mules and not enjoy life and just make sure that we got to get stuff done because some bills is paid, I still struggle with the fact that I am reliant on a medication. And this would be the same even if it was supplements, even if just the fact that I cannot perform without some type of help is not only internalized ableism, but it's also me believing the lies that capitalism and racism and sexism and misogyny have taught me. And I know I'm not the only person that struggles with this. Like, Black women or non-Black women, whoever, right, probably struggle with the idea of taking medication. But this is just my personal story. And I know that there are other people, particularly Black women, that probably will resonate with this story of just feeling like you got to do it all, being tired that you have to do it all, but then still not being able to accept help because does that really mean that you're doing it? Like,
Hey, people be like, I ain't get on this app crying. Bitch, this is the reality of living with symptoms of ADHD for real. You bitches dead ass think this shit is fucking shits and fucking gigs, and it's not. Like, I dead ass have a hard time fucking communicating on a regular fucking basis. Bitch, the way I cannot maintain a fucking relationship worth a damn, like the way the feedback from my job is that, like, doesn't matter how great your fucking work is if, like, you always gotta reschedule meetings and shit. Like, this is the reality. This is the reality. I love my advisor. I love my job. I love what I'm doing with my life. And at the same time, like, the reality of living with fucking ADHD is that
you do not function to the same fucking capacity that everybody else thinks is just so fucking easy. Like, it's just a fucking message, it's just a this, it's just a that. Like, clearly this is detrimental to me being able to have relationships and like make good impressions to people and make people understand that I genuinely care about their time and things like that. Like, the general assumption when you do not communicate well is that you don't care. And that is the furthest thing from the fucking truth with people with ADHD. Like, I care so fucking much that it paralyzed me.
5 less well-known ADHD behaviors with doodles. Let's go. Number 1, listening to the same song on repeat until you are sick of it. This could last for weeks or even months and you've drawn like all of the emotion out of the song. 2, putting off the simplest task for like months. Even though you know it will literally take you like 5 minutes, you cannot get yourself to do it no matter how hard you try or no matter how people tell you, just do it. You can't. 3, constantly running into things. That's a table because ADHD and neurodiversity can impact your proprioception, which is your awareness of the position and movement of your body. 4, coffee having the opposite effect on you and maybe making you tired. This has to do with the fact that ADHDers have a lower dopamine level, and when you drink coffee, it raises your dopamine levels and things even out and you feel a little bit more relaxed, kind of like a stimulant medication does. And last, sitting in your car for a really long time before you go into your house or into the store. And this is because ADHDers often struggle with switching tasks. It's like you gotta work yourself up for it. This was enlightening. Follow along for more ADHD tips. And I'm also an ADHD coach and I have sessions available this month.
Where my ADHD girlies at? I'm talking about the unmedicated ones who's going to interrupt you when you're talking because they're scared they're going to forget their thought, but who also welcome you interrupting them because they understand you have to get the thought out before you forget. My ADHD girlies who are listening to you actively because we care, but you just said something that triggered a song in my head and now I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm trying not to dance to the song while you're talking in my face. We need a group chat. I'm trying to have a timeline filled with ADHD girlies because I'm getting really bored with listening to people who can stick to one topic at a time. Like, live a little. And if you don't have ADHD, I love that for you. And if you do, thank you for keeping me in business, but also I want to be friends.
So guys, welcome back again and thank you so much for coming back. Okay, so like let's wrap up today's video because this, like, I really want to take a few moments to slow things down and close this conversation because the right way, because ADHD medication, mental health, like, these are not even light topic. Yeah, these are real life experience and that has really affected how people show up for themselves. So like some families, our work, and even our relationship, yeah, and every single day. So this thing has really caused a lot of damages in the life of so many people. So what I want you to take away from today's conversation is this. So every ADHD journey looks differently for some people. Medication feels life changing for others and it feels confusing or even subtle or even disappointing at first, and that is okay because there is no one size fit all at peace, and there is no perfect story, and there is only, and that is only your story and what works for you. And I think that what made that woman's video so powerful, like the way we talked about earlier, was how honest she was, and she did not even come online pretending to have all the answers. So she simply shared her experience, the double, the confusion, and then the realization that other people could see changes in her before she saw them in herself. And that is something a lot of people with ADHD can relate to, even if they don't even talk about it out aloud. And hearing other women step forward in and share the same story too, like, it shows that this conversation is really overdue, and it shows that no many people have been dealing with ADHD systems quietly thinking, and it is just them thinking. So they are just lazy, or maybe forgetful or even disorganized when in reality. So that is why this conversation like this matter, because whether you choose to medicate or not, or whether you are still figuring it out, or whether you are even completely confident in your treatment. So plan your, yeah, just plan yourself, and I think you should give a try it, because if you are, so if you are watching this video and you have been struggling silently, or even like guessing, or even asking yourself, should I take it or not? So I think my best suggestion for you is to give it a try it, because it might also work for you. Sometimes you might be taking some medication, and you may feel that maybe nothing is happening, or maybe it's not working, but right in there something is actually changing, something is actually happening. So I know that there are a lot of women, like, yeah, there is a lot of people who are like, it has also happened to me. There is this medication I was taking, like, I feel that nothing is happening. I feel that the medication is not working until I started seeing results. So that is how it works. So if you're watching me right now and you have been placed on any medication, I think you should give it a try. Give it a try. Yes, start taking it, and just follow your doctor's prescription and make sure you are taking it. And within some times, I believe everything will be perfect again, and everything will work normal for you. So guys, I'm really so happy to bring this particular video for you, because this is a very, very sensitive topic, and this has to do with our mental health, our yeah, things like that. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you haven't subscribed already. So you stay tuned, guys, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.